And I think touring with all three of those bands, Green Day, Blink, Fall Out Boy, it's eye-opening because it's like, first of all, it's just so gratifying and rewarding to know that, you know, like those are bands that we grew up listening to, and those are bands that influenced us. And you know, when you finally get to share a stage with those bands, it's a really pivotal moment. You know, it's like, wow, this is really paying off, and we've really accomplished something here. And then just to kind of get to that level where they almost start recognizing you as peers, and you sort of build that relationship.
Keyword almost.
I do Mark's laundry. No, but it's just cool. It makes me feel like we did something right, and that's a nice feeling.
And it's also like, when, you know, we've been touring for a really long time. We've been headlining for a long time. And to tour with bands like that, you learn an unbelievable amount. I mean, we based our live show on those bands, so to actually like be able to get the ins and outs of what they do on stage and what happens every night, what we happen some nights, that's the best way to learn. It's really like the only way that you can kind of glean more information other than just doing it. It's indispensable. It's amazing how much we learn from it.
It's like going back to school again.
It's like going back to school again, like Billy Madison.
And sometimes he'll hold you after class.
But I think Green Day was one of the biggest with that, because we did them in Europe, and they would play like, what, 2 hours and like 30 minutes?
Yeah, every night.
Every night. And at the end of the set, you'd be like, you'd still want more, you know what I mean? And that's a long ass set.
They showed us how to put on a real show.
Yeah, and I mean, not in a weird way, they're like 20 years older than us, and to have like the energy after all those years of touring.
Opening for them, it definitely made us like put on our big boy pants as far as like being an opening act and just having to come out and like actually prove something in a big way, you know, because otherwise they still blew us out of the water, but we definitely had to like step up.
We just got to suck a little less now.
Yeah, it made us feel inspired, and I think, yeah, we got better as a band.
And you also know, walking on that stage, that those fans, they're there to see Green Day. Like, there's no doubt about it. We might have some fans in the crowd, and they may have heard of us before, but it's very easy for that crowd just to be like, okay, come on, let's go. So to put on like a show worthy of them being like, oh fuck, I want to see that band again, or I want to buy the t-shirt. Yeah, it really pushes you and drives you. And it's tough to get that drive by doing anything else.
Hearts on fire!